What's good, everybody? Guy Kicks here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the latest New Balance and Teddy Santis drops, and that is the 990 V2 and the black true camel colorway. Like always, guys, let me show you guys a first look. And a quick reminder, guys, if you're interested, I still have that 10% off discount from Reshoevn8r. Reshoevn8r is a sneaker cleaning company, and they pretty much have every type of sneaker cleaning products you need, especially like the signature shoe cleaning kit, which is one of my favorites there. That's one of the essential ones that they have, and they pretty much have everything you need. So if you're interested, definitely check them out. I'll leave my special link in the description below, so check them out. So these 990 V2s are part of the Teddy 16, and these released on July 7, 2022 for a retail price of $195. You know, for me personally, this was actually the easiest cop that I've had so far through the New Balance website, and I'm glad that, you know, it's finally, you know, getting to that point where it's becoming easier and easier to get these, because obviously at the beginning, it was pretty much a done deal. You know, the hype was there. You know, a lot of resellers were getting in there and buying a lot of the stock. It was taken away from the true fans that really wanted the shoe. So I feel like it's getting easier as the drops come by, and hopefully it continues that way. I think I remember checking around 10:30, 10:45, and I was actually shocked that pretty much all the main sizes were sold out. I think obviously some of the higher sizes were there, but I was pretty shocked that it sold out as quickly as it did. And I thought that this particular colorway would sit a lot longer, but I guess a lot of people still wanted them. You know, when I first saw this colorway, I was asking myself, you know, are these the worst ones out of the pack? But we'll get into that later. First, let's get into the details of the shoe. So in terms of the official name, is black and true camo, which is interesting here because obviously most of the shoe is black, but the true camo is kind of like, yo, where does that come from? But you do see a slight hint of olive on the mesh here, and then also on the outsole around the forefoot part of the shoe. But obviously you do not see any type of camo pattern on the upper of the shoe. Mixing some other colors here, you're obviously going to see some tan, especially on the heel part of the shoe, some cream, and some off-whites as well. In terms of the sock lining here, you have this nice soft material, and it's like in a light gray color. The insoles here are mostly black. You do have some New Balance branding on the heel there as usual. The tongue here is actually made from a nice sturdy material, switching things up from usually seeing like suede or leather on the tongue of a 990 V2. You do have the 990 New Balance made in USA branding embroidered, and then on the lace loop you have the N logo as well. These come stock with these off-white laces, but they also come with another pair that are like mostly white but very similar to the ones that come stock with the shoe. I wish that they would have switched things up, maybe throw in an olive pair or maybe like a gray pair, just to, you know, change things up here. Obviously when you open the box, you're gonna have the card that shows all of the Teddy 16. When it comes to the upper of the shoe, the primary material is that black suede, which is made out of pigskin suede. You do have a little bit of tan on the heel part of the shoe, and then you have mesh underlays in that olive green color. On the lateral and medial side, of course, you have the N logos. Here both ends are actually made out of suede. On the back of the shoe here, you're gonna find an oval cutout where you're gonna find the USA embroidered in black, and also some reflective material as well. Underneath the heel counter, you find the heel stabilizer for some additional support. The cushioning technology that they use here is primarily Absorb, which you'll find some Absorb branding on the forefoot part of the shoe, and then you also find some Absorb extruding from the midsole here, covered by this plastic material. You also notice that around the mid part to the heel part of the shoe, the midsole is like in a cream color, and then around the forefoot part of the shoe is more like an off-white color. Switching to the outsole, you have a rubber outsole here. You have again that olive green color on the forefoot where you see that Absorb branding as well. You have the N logo in the center part here, and then on the heel you have some New Balance branding as well. These came in the most recent Made in USA box, and here you have the official tag and SKU. So when it comes to sizing on a 990 V2, before I bought any of the Teddy Santis 990 V2s, I would always go with a size 10, right? And I felt like it fit perfect because I felt like with the V2, the toe box is a little bit narrow, so I just didn't want my toes to feel uncomfortable and too tight. So I would always go with a size 10, and it was the only Made in USA New Balance sneaker that I owned that I prefer going with the size 10. However, when I bought the 990 V2 Marblehead, I felt like this size 10 was definitely way bigger than my previous V2s. I felt like this one was more like a size 10 and a half than it was a size 10. So then after that, with the V2 Sea Salt and now these, I went with a 9.5 because I just didn't want to risk them fitting too big. So to give you guys a better reference here, obviously we got the Marblehead here, we got the classic GR gray 990 V2, and then we got the true camo. So the Marblehead is a size 10, Definitely the bigger out of the three. This classic gray one is also a size 10, but I would say this one here fits perfect. It has enough room, but it's still not big. I don't have any heel slippage or anything like that. And then this one here with the 9.5, I would say is like the one that fits like right on the money. It's like if I was to go with a 9, it would just fit too tight. It was just like perfect. But I kind of like my shoes with just a tad more room because I just don't want my shoes to fit too snug. So you definitely want to go with that snug fit. Definitely go with a half size down from your normal true to size. If you're someone who's crazy and you like your shoes super tight, then go a full size down. But I really don't recommend that. I would say at least go a half size down from your true to size. All right, guys, so my final thoughts on these V2s. Earlier in the video, I was asking that question. You know, when I first saw this colorway, I was asking myself, are these the worst ones to drop out of the Teddy 16? And to be honest, the answer is no. You know, this particular colorway to me feels like a true GR, right? Most of the Teddy 16s that we've gotten so far, the colorways have been amazing. The materials, all the changes that they did to them, they felt and looked amazing. So it almost felt like those shoes could have been collaboration in any other type of situation, but technically they were just GRs. You know, with this particular colorway, because it's a mostly black shoe, you know, there's nothing here to wow you in terms of the color, but I still think that it's a pretty solid colorway in general. You know, it's a good colorway to wear, obviously, you know, probably later in the year, you know, fall and winter months. It is probably a good beater too, but it's still clean. It's still classy, and you know, they didn't hold back on the materials either. The suede here definitely feels premium. Some of the material changes from the tongue to the end logos just to switch things up. You know, it's always cool when a brand just throws things in there just to switch things up and make the shoe more interesting. I think overall all the colorways have been pretty solid. Obviously there's ones that I like more than the other, but I wouldn't say that any of the colorways so far are bad. And even just looking at the card, we already know what's to come, and I'm pretty sure that, yeah, you know, we're gonna be able to rank them at some point, but still they're gonna be pretty solid. And of course you have to come out with different colorways, you know, just to satisfy all your fans or customers, because not everybody's gonna like the same colorway or the same shoe and things like that. Overall, this is a solid colorway. It's built like pretty much any other 990 V2 that I've owned in the past. You know, my only complaint is, you know, I gotta throw that in there, is that I wish that they would have given us a different pair of laces instead of these that are mostly white and kind of look similar to the ones that come stock with the shoe. Like I said, maybe an olive green would have been cool, or maybe a gray one as well, but hey, it is what it is. I'll take it. I'm fine. Whatever. Let's move on. So with all that being said, guys, let me throw these bad boys on and show you guys how they look on feet. All right, guys, so that's it for me. Hopefully this video brought you a detailed look of the 990 V2 Black True Camo. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this colorway, or do you think that this one is the weakest one out of the Teddy 16 so far? And like always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. To all the new subscribers, thank you. Welcome to the channel. I'll leave a link to my Instagram page below where you guys can also follow me there if you wish to do so. And that's it, guys. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.